didn't realize. And I got a cord all up in the way. See, this is what happens when you have to change your setup really fast. Kind of to get out of sorts and get all discombobulated. What's up, Joseph? Good morning. What's up, Miss Lynn? How are you? So, Joseph, I wanted to show you these guys again. I'm going to send these out today. I didn't get a chance to jump over to the post office yesterday, but they will definitely be going today. Yeah, my wife looked at these. She goes, "Those are very detailed cards for, for this set." I'm like, "Yeah, I was going all out on this one, so this one was a fun one. So thank you so much." For those of you that were not on the show the other day, because I did stream over the weekend as a surprise, we did something very different. Okay, so when we do our Pokemon, we're going to do two different types, because I think this is going to be really cool, and I might actually take this into other cards too. So traditionally, this is the card that you would kind of get. So you get one of these illustrated cards if you ordered one, right? So those look really good. But we were doing a test the other day. So we did a test on our Pokemon just to kind of see what, illustratively they're going to look like. And I'm going to take these to a new level. So this is what the illustrative ones look like. So I'm going to redo this one because Mew is my favorite one. And now that I just got in some new toys, I'm going to test out some new colors. But here's where the fire comes into play. So you guys ready? All right. So this is a custom Pokemon card. Yeah, new toys being I got new Copic markers and new nibs, but check that out. I mean, that is a custom Pokemon card with all the stats on it and everything. This is not printed. That's the original art underneath there. So like this one. I'm going to redo this one because I figured out, like you can see right here, it kind of messed up on the graphics, but I figured out how to fix that problem. So I'm going to redo this one. And then like this guy here. How did I do what? How did I make these? Oh, so you can actually get holographic sheets. So they're like transparent. So they're super thin. You put those on top as a final coat for this design. So I do all of the graphics. I do them digitally. So that way they're like nice and crisp. I get them printed out and then I put all the components together. So it's a 4-part process. I will have to do one of those. I will add that to my collection of Pokemon to do for sure. Let me get a piece of paper here. Oh, definitely not that one. Hang on one second. Oh, that's okay. All right. All right. Rapidish. Okay, I'll definitely put that on there. So I'm going to give you guys the trick, but I'll tell you what's going on. So it's a 4-part process. So you have a hologram, clear sheet, you have a transparent graphic sheet, you have the artwork, and then the Pokemon card. So it's front and back. Whereas traditionally, when I did a card, it was just going to be this with nothing on the back. So I'm probably going to figure out a way so I can go ahead and get graphics for the back. Yeah, this thing is 4 layers. So that's why these cards go for more. And it's a lot more of an intricate process that I have to do for this. So it's not super duper easy. Mostly these cards take probably about 45 minutes to make. Um, because the graphics themselves are very intricate and you got to make sure everything lines up and all that stuff. Even though I have a template for it, it's still very intricate because I mean, if you look right there, I mean, it's like super detailed. It's very easy to read all that stuff. All the logos and everything are custom made, all that stuff. And this is a better one to see it on, but all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do for probably all of my Pokemon options. Only because I really want these things to like pop off. Thank you. And then I think what I'm going to do for Pokemon when I really get cooking on that set, we're going to do bidding for that one. Those cards go for 35. But you can have any Pokemon made that you want. Um, any of those Pokemon that you like. I mean, honestly, it just helps cut down um, my my ones that I have to do. Yeah, so please let me know if you want any. They are. I think I did already put them on the shop. So if you want to get one, you're more than welcome to order one or two or four or however many you want. Actually, let me just double check that listing. Actually, it might just only be two that I have up there right now. Let me go in here. So sorry, I just gotta jump on my stuff. So how are you guys doing? Let's just go to that. How are you guys doing this morning? I'm actually feeling pretty good, minus a little bit of soreness from my back, but I'm good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Yesterday, I had a bit of a spill. My chair that I had that I was sitting in. You ever had one of those chairs that's got the wheels on the bottom, like the five wheels? Well, two of the arms cracked, and I fell straight back. Wasn't expecting it at all. Yeah, it was more shock than anything else. I wanted to say I was a little upset, but I really was not. I was just like, this sucks. All right, so those are all done. Cool. No, it was just honestly one of those business chairs that I was just sitting in, and unfortunately, that chair just. I mean, it was brand new. That's the part that was weird. It was really brand new, and it just cracked on me. All right, let's get something going here. So today I have to update this. So I'm redoing a spawn piece that I'm supposed to work on. It is a gunslinger spawn. So what are you tired from? All right, I think I'm coming up with an idea that I want to use for this piece. So it's got to be the right one. Spider Punk, we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm only going to be on for an hour today, unfortunately, but we'll make it up on Thursday. What's up, Josie? That pencil sucks. Yeah, today I get to teach my students how to do this stuff. So they have to do a complete character turnaround. So I have some. Do you want me to grab them for you and you can take a look? Would that be better instead of me telling you? All right, give me just like 1 minute. Let me run and go grab them. All right, so sorry about that. All right, so in terms of covers, like blanks that I have available are these. What's up, Susan? Okay. All right. So we got Daredevil. I got a Mega Man. I have an idea of one that would probably work best for you. Curse of Susie Johnson or Shirley Johnson. That is not a blank. That one's done. This one is one I'd probably say is going to work for you. Got a Battle Beast. Got some Old Man Logan. Got a Fantastic Four there. King Spawn. If you want to go old school, we'll go with some GoBots. Berserker. Now I paid 10 for this, but you guys are not going to end up incurring it. It's still going to be the 55 for a basic cover. Old Man or Deadpool and Old Man Logan. A Spawn. Deadpool Secret Wars. New Mutants. Oh, that was not. That was almost done. Deadpool Wolverine. I got all these extra. Cool, that's good. All right. And last but not least, I think that was it. Nope, that was it. All the other ones are taken. So those are my ones. So I would say probably Joseph, yours, the one that I would probably say, because you were talking to me about Conan, That one would probably be the beast to use right there. Yeah, that one would be like dope. Like if you had Conan versus Battle Beast, that would be like amazing. I know. I'm just throwing out ideas. You take with what you want. What's up, JB? Oh, cool. Thanks for the follow there, bud. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, just kind of trying to figure out this whole thing. So, what brings you on today, sir? Bam. Okay. Well, my friend, you're in the right spot. I will definitely say, um, for me, I'll just say this. So, like, Josa, who's on here, he just got these two. So, he asked me for like an interconnecting card set. So, it's, Absolute Joker versus Absolute Batman. This one was so much fun. I mean, I love this. This character. When I saw him, he was really dope. But to getting the fact that I got a chance to draw him for the first time, this was really fun. So that was his, and then I'll show you some of the stuff that we've been working on. So, since you're new, I have a card set that I'm doing. It's 1,000 cards. There are 10 different categories that I'm doing. So I'm doing everything from Marvel to. Whoa! I found my Pikachu. Marvel. We're doing what is it? Image, DC, anime, Transformers, Pokemon, TVs, TV, movies, wrestling, and there's one other one. I always forget the last one. But this is a Marvel set, so this is just one of the mini pieces that I'm doing. So I have like Ironheart. We definitely got to do Iron Man, Hulk. Got some Mantis in there. If you're a fan of, what is her name? I'm having a blank. I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, Elektra. This is classic, considering that it's very topical for a Doomsday. This is the original Domino. Got to have Old Man Magneto, Craven. Can't go with a set without Spider-Man and his nemesis Venom. And then you have to have Deadpool. So those are some of the ones that I've done for the 100 card set. I literally have 5 left to do for that, and I am done with that set. All right. So newest on the take that we're going to be working on coming up the road is going to be the Pokemon set. All right. So these were my trials. So I had 3 different Pokemon I started out with. Right. So those were my testers. Right. And I'm going to end up redoing these because I feel like I can really push these a lot more. So I'm going to do that. And I realized that after I went ahead and did these are pretty cool. So these are the full art pieces. Well, good morning, Steph. These are the full art, and they have that hologram on there too. So you got a nice little Eevee there. So these are brand new. So not you also get all the graphics and all that stuff on there with it. It's not just the art, and it's also card on the back. So it's actually full art. So you get a full card. Really nice stuff. What's up, guys? So yeah, I mean this is a better. I mean it's thick too. Like it's a good card. Yes, 4 layers of just like beauty. I mean it's super slick. I love this card. This is probably one of my favorite ones I've done. It's always cool when you figure out a new process and it works. But that's the newest set. So if you want something custom, man, I literally do it all. Today I'm trying to work out a new version of this. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, just the FYI, I mean, I went ahead and I have the regular cards and then I also have the Pokemon cards. There's 2 different price points for those. Yeah, I did a card show this weekend and I will definitely say that it did not work the way I wanted it to. I did make back the money for the table, so that's a plus. But I don't know if this happens in every Pokemon based card show, um, but they're very specific. So the one that the one that I went to, the people that came in, they were literally just coming in there so that they could buy, sell, trade cards. That was it. Oh, there's a lady that won the the raffle, but I'm still gonna go ahead and hook you up though. Yeah, I don't want you to feel like you didn't get something out of it because I really did appreciate you throwing down, last minute. That was cool. Yeah, I mean it was very eye opening. I kind of told myself I had to like kind of analyze everything and see if that was something I'm going to do again, and I'm probably not because that's just not my crowd. They really were not like literally they would come in and they would just be like bolting to all these different vendors that were not what I was doing. And that's not nothing negative to the show. That was not their doing. It's just that my stuff just did not click with that crowd, and I didn't realize that. That was just something brand new to me. I mean, it was a little frustrating, but that's okay. Yeah, but I mean, the cool part was at least I got some exposure to that kind of world. I've never really jumped into that, and I know that probably on here, and I realize like probably on here, what I'm doing with these custom cards is going to work out better because the crowd I'm looking for is here. Because at the end of the day, it's about the art, right? fun at the same time though. Just a little shocking. I kind of prepared myself because I was like, this is going to either go really, really good or it's going to be really, really tough. And it was tougher than I thought. Yeah, I found myself looking over at my buddy because he was actually doing pretty good, and I wasn't mad at him. I mean, I was like, kudos to you. I had a chance to pick my booth when I was there, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get in the dead center of all this madness, right? Thinking that that was going to be the play, and it would have worked if I was in a different venue. It really, really would have worked. However, um, you can't be in a sea of vendors that sell Pokemon and expect to show out, especially when you don't have a big display. So usually when I go to shows, I have this big, um, I would say this big back wall that I have, and it houses all of my artwork. So when somebody comes to a show, they're like, "Oh shit, okay." So it's a big statement piece. Um, so now I just have to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to have to go get some new displays to showcase what I want to do. Um, so it's going to require, putting in a little bit of an investment, but I don't think I'm going to do it for that show. That would just not be smart. All right. Just trying to figure out this piece. But today's going to be a good day, though. It's a good Tuesday. Oh, I could do his head up into an angle. That would probably be cool. Like that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That way I can get a little bit of the nose and I can get a little bit of this eye. There we go. I like that much better. There we go. Anybody out there working on something really good? Or are you guys dealing with those winter storms? Oh, you're lucky. What's up, Urban City? Yeah, we haven't gotten, well, thank God, we're in Florida. So I haven't had to deal with any of that stuff at all. Hope you're having a good morning. Um, Yeah, it's been rough. I'll be honest with you. Right now, we're in a burn ban, so there is no, you can't do anything right now. Yeah, it's been a weird winter. I feel like it's been doing that a lot lately. What's up, Michelle? Good morning. Yeah, I feel like our winters have been extremely odd. Hey, hey, Kay. Good morning. Yeah, I was just talking about the weather that we've been having lately. I didn't know if anybody was dealing with some of that crap that's up there. One of my good friends is up in Boston right now, and she's dealing with all that mess. She's like, her and her mom, like, we're stuck here. We're stuck in this blizzard. I'm like, oh shit. Well, I feel bad for you, but I am glad I'm not in that mess because I hate the cold. Okay, me and the cold just do not mix at all. Oh, he's got the chains on him too. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, it's just not fun. Yeah, I mean when I saw her pictures, she literally looked like a snow bunny, like as if she was over in Colorado. That's how the snow looked. It was insane. It definitely looked like it should not have been that cold right now. We're gonna go this way with this pistol. Gonna go old school spawn with a pistol. I could do that for sure. Like, are we taking like Conan and giving it, or taking Spawn and giving him the Conan sword, giving him that long hair coming out the back of his mask? You want me to do that on like a battle beast, or do that on one of the Spawn pieces? Oh, it would make more sense to put it on a Spawn cover. What am I thinking? Yeah, that'd be fire. Good morning. How you doing, Marsh? Yeah, I could definitely do that. That would not be a hard task at all. Yeah, we can make his hand bend like that. I think. I think. put his hand up in front. Yeah, I can definitely do that. That's not one that's outside of my view. I could do that, and I would love it too. It would be dope. Quite enjoy when Todd McFarlane does his artwork, but there's something about Gunslinger Spawn, the way that Brett Booth does it versus him, and it's like, whew, Brett Booth really slays. Definitely give it up to Todd for hiring on people that do great work. What's going on, Gabe? I did see your messages on there. I'll send out my number to you. Well, that's what we like to hear, man. This week's going to be another busy week for me. Busy's good. It can be a little overwhelming, but it's good. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you about the weekend. I mean, some people are on here earlier, but I can definitely tell you. The show was not what I thought it was going to be. Let's go back to a part I didn't even tell anybody about. So, I did my first gallery showing this past weekend, which was more like a meet and greet between artists. I had a chance to talk with some of the people from the city because my thing is I want to do like an art walk, like a real art walk where you have people in the city coming together and they're able to really get exposed to artists that they've never ever seen. Um, I think it's an opportunity where we could do like street art and all that stuff. It's just a matter of getting the city to buy into the plan. Um, it has to be something where people really want to be there. And our town of Fort Pierce is where the original Highwaymen were based out of. So they're a group of really famous black artists that were known for creating these very amazing landscapes. And if you've never heard of them, you've probably seen their work. Let me see if I can pull one up here. Highwayman, highway. Okay. So this is the kind of stuff that the Highwaymen are known for doing. So like landscapes like this. So they're really known for these beautiful landscapes of our wetlands. Okay, so I want to expose some folks to that kind of stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I jumped in this gallery for that to get those connections, and then two, it's also to start teaching classes. I know that I have to get people to buy into what I'm doing. And the only way I get people to buy in is if they can see the quality behind the work. Right. So I'm going to do classes with kids, teenagers, and adults, probably a couple times a month for a couple hours at a clip. And I figure that's going to work out really well for me because it gives me a chance to, practice my skills, practice my craft, and also, practice the whole teaching deal. I think it's a really smart way to connect with the community. And again, if this is a long-term play, so I'm not going to be able to do this big thing in reference to connecting with the community until I get them to buy into what I'm selling, basically. And that's going to take some time. But that was Friday night, and then over the weekend I did a card show, which the card show was not good for me, at least. The show itself was good. So let me clarify. the show was really good. It was very consistent, had a ton of people coming through it. But that group of people was specific to buying, selling, and trading Pokemon cards. That was their deal, and they were not looking to get custom cards. I literally did one commission all weekend long. That's how rough it was. Um, I wish it could have been better. I really do. But you win some, you lose some. It's all good. And either I can be mad at the fact that I didn't get a lot of sales, or I can just move on. However, it did give me a chance to, practice some things. There we go. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I like building connections. So for me, this was kind of like a write off. But the bigger thing was I wanted to see if this was really a environment I could get myself into, and this is not my group of people, and that's okay. I mean, if there's plenty of other people that can take on that task, and I feel like this arena where I'm at right now, doing this stuff on here, I think it's a much better area for me to play in. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I wanted to. I looked at him. I didn't think he was serious at first, but if you'd seen his face, he was very serious about me doing that. So yeah, what Gabe's referring to is there was a gentleman that came up to me in the middle of the convention, and he asked me if I could do realism, and I was like, yeah, I can definitely do it. And I'm like, how soon do you need it? And he goes, today. And I'm like, no. It's like that's not happening. I mean, I could do a nice little caricature of you, but it's not going to be realism. I mean, if you want realism, realism takes some time. You really got to invest some work. Yeah, I mean, I look, I could have really pushed the envelope, but I was like, I'm not doing all that. I mean, that dude was just he wasn't even being reasonable. I don't know what, you know, group of people he might have been around that could pull that off, but it definitely wasn't me. What's up, Goldfish? Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, some of the stuff that was going on was just weird. Um, I'm happy that the event went off so well, because that means just if we can get one event like this, then we're going to get more events that are similar to it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean that he look, I'm glad that he came up to me and asked. I mean, I didn't have a lot of traffic, so I'm very thankful for the fact that he did at least come through. I just feel like the group of people that were there were not for me. My buddy did really well though. My buddy Chris, he's on here. It's Chris Draw stuff. Really dope guy. We went to high school together and worked near each other at KB Toys, and I worked at Radio Shack. Um, but he did really good. His stuff was like significantly less than mine, so like that was a big thing for him. Yeah, I think. Well, the thing is with Whatnot, that what I'm about to do with that is definitely going to do well. I'm gonna figure out a way to do like a night one, and I'm gonna do like some. We'll do some giveaways. We'll do some. We're definitely gonna do some bids and all that stuff, so I can kind of test out that arena and see what that's all about. Because I feel that's going to be a fun thing to do, and I'm really gonna. My goal for the Pokemon thing is really to push the artwork. What's up, Wolverine? I really want to push it like hard because I don't want it to be basic. I really want it to be unique, and I want it to look really good. You know, and I know as I get further along in this whole trial that I'm putting myself through, it's only just going to make things better for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I have the there's some that are already up there. I have the EV up there, but I also put up like custom card in there. Yeah, I think as I get more of them done, I'm just going to start posting them. I have to doing the graphics is literally the hardest part for it because it just takes so long to do. And this dude's got a ton of chains on his arm. You don't see the EV in the shop? It should be there. Yeah, let me go ahead and put that on my list. I think Gengar was one of the ones that I have that I'm supposed to do. Oh, Marsh, you didn't see the cards, have you? Pull those up. Yeah, Joseph got this. Oh, you didn't see this, Kay? So that's Joseph's piece right there. He got that right there. Boom. The interconnecting cards. So he got that. Thank you. So you didn't see these. So this is my cutesy one. I did these last week. These are my tests just to kind of see what was going on. So there's my Pikachu. Oh, you got two more today? Holy crap. Okay. You got to let me know what you want on those. But these are the new ones. This is the stuff that I'm really happy about this. This took a lot to figure out. But the one thing that I will say is like this, I'm gonna fix this. So I figured out how to do that. So I'm not gonna have any like discrepancies in my designs. So you got that one. You got the Sylveon one. And of course, Lucario. So definitely gonna do something with those. Oh my god, that's gonna be so good. And I love that Wonder Woman. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw an absolute Wonder Woman movie, I'm down. Yeah, she is. Oh my god. Like I love Wonder Woman. I think they've made her sexy over the years, but this is like a strong Wonder Woman. I love the look of her. And I'm not talking like strong, like super masculine looking strong. I'm just like she looks like she would be like a beast to fight. I would say she's more like if you ever see have you guys seen like Jenna Carano? She's been in she was in The Mandalorian and she was in Fast and Furious and she's gonna be fighting Ronda Rousey. She's like that. She's tough. That's my thing. Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. But that's the thing. She's an Amazon, so it makes sense why she's taller than him. Good morning, Rob. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find a reference for this gunslinger spawn. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and I really enjoy that version of that character because it's something different. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. What's up, Bonnie? Good morning. Yeah, those are the things that I think are going to really make that look really good. So, Joseph, am I doing a cover for you in addition to the two cards, or just the two cards? Okay, perfect. And I'm doing a Conan Spawn mashup. What's up, Custom? All right, I got you. Yeah, it's just I I was telling somebody who I can't remember who I was talking to this about the other day, but I said I don't buy comics for the reading. I have no doubt that the stories are great, but when I bought Absolute Batman, I did not buy it because I wanted to read the story. I looked at it and I saw the first cover and I'm like, that is badass. Like it looks mean and aggressive. It kind of reminds me of old school Frank Miller, but with way better black inks. Like they're very intense. I mean, it is dark and brooding. What's up, Sam? Good morning, Stacy. What's up? And that's what I really like about those books. I mean, they really push the limits for design. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? But it's creepy. Like it is very eerie in this series. And if anything, like the best part about it is that they are able to story tell well without. I mean, you could read into the story based upon just the visuals, and that's really cool. And for me, that's a huge thing because I like to see what the artwork is without having to read the story. There's something that they say when you're trying to submit artwork, it's like sequential artwork. Can you tell your story without somebody having to have words? Yeah, so am I. So when we got introduced to the Joker, that was crazy. I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen Joker as a beast before, because I mean, obviously in the video game he was one as well, but this one was more like it meets Joker. And for me, that was cool. What's up, Jackie? Good morning. Yeah, when you get those two combos, that's a new level. Now let's take a look. Where are you? Oh, I gotta go this way. Too many things on here. What's up, Andres? And who are Farrell? I'm just gonna go with slabs. We'll do that. Sweet. And let's see here. Okay. All right. All you guys back and just there we go. Cool. Yeah, that one thing has not come through yet, so I'll wait for that to come in there. What's up, Newly? You know what? When I get to work today, Gabe, I have to send you that stuff. So we're working on a gunslinger spawn. That's what the goal is for today, just to get it started, and then I'm going to wrap this up probably off camera. I started one. It did not work out the way I wanted it to, and now I just gotta. I'm going to push through and get this one done because it's a little bit behind schedule, and I really don't want to disappoint. There's nothing wrong with going back and doing something better. I mean, as long as you can do it, I would recommend it. Thank you. What is that? What is that, and where is it? What's up, Manny? Yeah, I this character is better now than he was when he first was introduced. What's up, Matt? You're gonna have to send me the information on that. I'm curious to see what that is. You've never read Gunslinger Spawn? Oh, okay. That's what. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. Cool. I would definitely start from the beginning. You could just get the first one, or I would say you could always go online. They have like free online websites that you can go to and check them out. But it's captivating just from book one. It's really cool. I thought the idea of having a pistol wielding Spawn was weird the first time I saw him, but you have to have the right artist that pushes the ideas the right way. And Brett Booth, who's currently on Spawn now, he definitely brought this to life in a different way, and you feel like it's a movie in certain aspects. He's super talented. Welcome back, Slabs. Yeah, I think I'm going to give him like this mat. Well, that doesn't make any sense to give him a mask on top of a mask, but I'm going to steal it from Todd because he's got it on there. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I've been following Brett Booth since like his early days at Image. There was a cover that he did with Venom, and I will never forget how many times I tried copying that cover. It was Venom, and I think it's gonna backlash. Yeah, Venom and Backlash. Let me see. I'm gonna show you guys this thing. It's crazy. Um, but he's talented. He's very talented. I almost called the character Backshot, but that would have been bad. All right, so these are the covers right there. Like this is the part that I really loved. Like I loved his design of Spider-Man. Thank you. Yeah, he's pretty insane. But he's just gotten better and better every time he gets into a new series. Where is my reference? All right, I'm gonna go for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to cut out because I got some stuff I gotta go do. I have to teach again today. It's Teaching Tuesday, so today is all about character design. Last week we got a chance to do like headshots, and this week we're gonna walk them through like creating a full body. Yeah, I mean, well, his iterations have gotten really good over the years. I'm waiting for the day I'm going to get to see him in another movie. Todd says the script is being retooled, so I'm waiting patiently. I've been waiting for almost 30 years now. Yeah, I mean the first one, the problem with it is that the story was poor and it was early in the whole graphics, like visual graphics thing. I can't say I really liked it. I more liked it because I got to see Spawn in real life. That was cool. I wanted to see more. I feel like now, if they were to come up with a good story, they really have to make it. I think it would work better as a TV series than it would as a movie. Yeah, there's opportunity there to make it a movie, or sorry, a TV series. Oh, let's not even get into the noir. That's a whole different animal. That series looks amazing. No pun intended. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer for Batman or Spider-Man Noir, you need to go and watch it because it is ridiculously good. No, it is not. It's a different spawn. It's a different hell spawn, and he actually comes into modern times. So he's not. It's a Wild Wild West based spawn, but he is in modern day times. It actually even starts out that way, like in the first book, and he's kind of confused as to where the heck he is. But I promise you, once you read it, you're gonna be like, no, Al is actually dead. Yes, it's very Sin City like, but there is going to be a color version and there's going to be a black and white version. So when they release it, you'll be able to see both. And I love me some Sin City. That movie was awesome. Oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Al Simmons killed himself. Yeah, I think it was like in the two, like right before the 300th book, like he killed himself. So there's somebody else taking on the Spawn mantle. I don't know who it is now. I haven't delved into that part of it. Again, I just buy the books now for the art. And the only reason I know that he's dead is because I was watching something and somebody mentioned that, and then I had to go back and get the book. So yeah, he's dead. You know what? It's there is a lot to catch up on, but again, it's a good read, so it's worth the time, and it's better. I mean, if you don't want to spend the money for the books, just get the trade paperbacks. It's way more economical. That's what I would do. I mean, you spend $5 a book, or you get a trade paperback for 20. You know, you take your pick. I'm not saying I'm cheap. I'm just saying I'm not going to spend that kind of money. You know, there's something to be said about, you know, you just have to wait. I think that's the thing. I mean, if you're collecting individual books, there's a reason for it. I have plenty of books that I've collected, but then I'm like, why the hell did I do that? That's just stupid. But like the one of my favorite series that I got of all time is my Wizard of Oz series. Thank you. Yeah, he's got spikes all over himself, but you have to put him in specific spots because they don't make sense. If you have spikes wrapped all around his arm, he's going to hit himself in the and tear up his clothing. Um, so years ago, Scotty Young did a series of Wizard of Oz, and there's 4 parts to it, and every one of them is beautiful. And that one I got the individual books because I really like that series, and two, the books weren't like super expensive like they are now, so it was worth the money that I spent on them. And I only got the first part of it because I didn't realize he had done multiple parts to it. So the first part I have in its entirety, but the other 3 parts I have them like bits and pieces. So I got to get the rest of those. But I do have the trade paperbacks as well. Oh, doing the spawn skulls? They're actually pretty easy. So like when you're doing the skull for them, all you really got to do is just draw like your basic shape, like an oval. Now, I'm going to show you the basic part to it. So, obviously, you want to have the line of symmetry. You make your hole for your eyeball. And most of the skulls, whether people realize this or not, most of their skulls are like angry. So, they got indentations like they're angry. You make 1 or 2 holes for your nose. So, you can do this one for your nose. You want to get the cheek part out, like bow it out. And then there's the top part of the jaw, and then you start making all your teeth. Now my teeth are a little bit more aggressive because I like the style that Greg Capullo introduced years ago, and they're going to be jagged. They're not all going to be straight. And voila, you have a skull. And for mine, like when I'm doing this, all I'm doing is just trying to figure out where I want to place all these things, because eventually this pencil is going to go away, right? So I want to make sure that I'm just, these are like placeholders for now, and I will refine and retool and make them look right once I get to the final piece. Like the belt. Oh, yeah, that's this. I mean, that, like, hit this. That's what it looks like. But I'll change that up. Like, I'll go like super like detailed. Yeah, it just depends on what I'm trying to do. What's up, Sarah? What is that book? I've never heard of that. Um, yeah, there are, like right here. Let me say something. Oh shoot, my time's getting tight. Yeah, there's 2 skulls by there. There's 2. Like there's one here, and then there's one right here. I just put the shape in place so that way I know where it's at. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like where my placement's going to be, and then I'll detail it out once I get to ink. There's no point in, like, for me when I'm doing my stuff, for me to go like super crazy with all that stuff. Let me. So I want this jacket to come out a little bit. Turn that jacket. Okay. I got just like another minute or two. It's supposed to go to 9:15. Yep. Yeah, the real thing that I'm trying to do, Gabe, is I just want to get an idea where things are going to be. My thing is that if you put too much detail in at this point, as far as my particular drawing style and when I'm doing my artwork, if I'm doing somebody else's doing stuff for somebody else, I will break it down a lot more. But when I'm trying to do my stuff, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to get the shapes into place. I just want general reference information. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just trying to teach everybody how to do certain things that I do. Doesn't mean that you have to do it. You know, you just have to take what you want, and then if you use it, use it. If not, no worries. I'll be honest with you. I try to, grab a little bit from everybody because there's certain things other people can do that I can't do. Yeah, like I know people. I mean, that ability to be able to do negative space is hard. For example, I mean, I'm going to be doing a painting on black canvas coming up here, and that is going to be hard because my brain is so used to working on white spaces and going too darker that it's going to be a really weird transition. So I have to build the colors up, and that's going to be hard for my brain to process. Yeah, this one is hands are always the tricky one. Hands and feet are always hard. But maybe I'll go ahead and I'll show people how I do my process on hands because everybody has a problem with that. I had it for a long time, and every so often I'll have to uh, work some stuff out when it comes to the hands. All right, this looks way better than the one I was going to do. The one I was going to send out. I think this is way better. The other one was trash, so we're not doing that. All right, I think this is. Let me put in the rest of these muscles for his abs, and then I gotta call it because I gotta get out of here because I gotta go. Don't want to be late. All right, so that's all she wrote. I wish. Yeah, it's more my fault because I had to delay this, so I definitely want to make it up to him so that way he gets something really dope. All right, guys, I'm going to be back. I believe Thursday, and we'll get cooking then. So to everybody that showed up, thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need to get hooked up with that so I can start actually being official. All right, guys. I will see you on the next stream. Take care. Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 I'll hit you back up, Cassie, for sure. You too. Take care.